Hey, I'm Decathlon Gamer, and this is the Road to the Record, where I work to achieve mastery of 10 games in a hunt for the best score of the Decathlon. If you like what you see, remember to hit that like button. And if you want to see more, hit subscribe. Let the games begin. This is Motorsport Manager. It's week 29 of competition. And this is it. This is the final race of the season in Sochi. And I'm on lap 7. And I've already done one part of my objective for the year, the primary one. I have locked up the Constructors' Championship. I have enough points that even if both of my cars did not finish this race, and we were at the very, very back of the pack, it would make no difference, as I would be set to go. Wow, these tires are running out already. Those are the ones that are supposed to last longer. If that's the case, overtake mode is the way to go. Other than making sure we have the condition to make it to the end of the race. Alright, tires are worn, so 5 laps worth of fuel left. I'm not going to make it to the end. We'll take off, or to the bottom of the tank anyway. So we're going to take out at least 1 lap of fuel. It looks like this might be a 3-stopper today. Takes a lot to keep the heat in the tires on this one, different than normal. Alright, Errant is into the pits for the first stop of the race. So far so good. And Gil is going to have to stop this time. Do the same. Looks like there's still a good 3.5 laps worth of fuel. Alright, so Errant is back out of the pits, currently in 11th place, and the top 7 have yet to pit. There's a couple of good spots for ERS on this track. The front stretch here where we are now, plus that back stretch. Plenty of overtaking opportunities. Errant is 9th, Gil is 12th. So anyway, that first objective, that's a pretty easy one to make. That being, I've already locked up the Constructors' Championship, which is where I wanted to be. So very, very happy by that. The second piece, though, and this one matters not, but the Drivers' Championship. So trying to go for the Drivers' Championship, it's definitely going to shake things up a little bit. Let me get back to that in just a second. So now, with 1 car left, Bursack, the only one who has not pit yet, Errant and Gil are now 5th and was 9th. There's a bit of a pack between the 2 cars, and Gil just lost 1 spot. There's going to be a good overtaking opportunity for Gil. Gets ahead of all 4 cars. Beautiful pass there by Gil. And we are now running 5 and 6 on the grid. Back to that Drivers' Championship. Things were very tight with Johnson. Penalty. Drive through, it looks like. And Bursack is in finally. We are now running 4th and 5th on the grid. And the cars in front of me, they're going to have to pit pretty soon. Anyway, Drivers' Championship. Johnson, Arendt, and Gill are the top 3. Here's their order. First place, Gill. Gill is in the points lead right now. The weaker of my 2 drivers. It's been a little more consistent. Had a little more luck along the way. Arendt clearly is the faster one when the cars are equal. But Arendt doesn't always have the form. Seems to have it at the moment. It's always within those first 2 laps, and Gill seems to do a little bit better job getting through the pack in those first couple laps of races. And there's times where Arendt kind of just gets caught in the pack and ends up finishing inside the top 10, but not much higher than that. And trying to complete the pass, not quite getting it, but should get it, no problem here now. Makes the move for 3rd. Gill, meanwhile, completes the pass without the aid of ERS. And we're now running 3rd and 4th. And both of these cars ahead are going to have to definitely pit sooner than my cars are. Let's see, we're going to have to get at least to lap 19. Before I have any chance to pit, if I'm going to get through this on 3 stops even. This is a very challenging race. Right, so Arendt and Gill inherit. I can speak, really. They inherit the lead as top 2 cars both enter the pits. I've got a couple laps to go, actually 2.5 even, if we're going to be making it to that halfway point. Gill might make it. Arendt is in trouble for that objective, for that goal. Meanwhile, condition is that other thing to keep an eye on. The brakes are already hovering around 50%, as are quite a few parts. This could be a challenge today. Attrition is going to be a big thing. Lots of cars have already pit twice. Arendt really should be coming in this time. Could lose a lot of time to stay out that one additional lap to get to 19. I feel like I need to run the risk though. Let's use that ERS to help. Got a little pace. There we go. I will let Gill use it on that back stretch. Okay, this is the halfway marker. So now we at least should be set. And there's still 4 laps worth of fuel left, so we were 1 lap below. We'll take a couple off this time. Actually, you know what? Let's fill up. I'm going to run a little heavy, and even though it'll use a little time now, it'll save time on a future pit stop. It should help us come out a little bit ahead. So Gill's got 1 more lap to go. We're right at 99%, so actually really good timing on that, as it's just about maxed out. Hey! Okay, it did shut off. Feel a little bit better on that tire wear. Do the same thing here. I'm going to run that a little bit heavy. No undercut here. Alright, heading back out on the track. Arendt is still near the front of the pack. And comes out in 4th place. Nicely done. Here is Gil heading to that backstretch. Just to really pick up some pace. Meanwhile, we'll switch to Arendt. Gil's heading into the pits from the lead. Of course, was not in there before. Getting into those pits. Around the pits. Good stop from Gil. No mistakes. Arendt keeps her position up 3rd place. Gil is 4th place. So doing pretty well on that. Okay, so Gil is the points leader. Gil has a 5-point lead over Johnson. Johnson's currently running in 6th. Arendt, meanwhile, is 2 points behind Johnson. So it's very, very close. Bursack is also in the mix, as Bursack is only about 5 points behind Arendt. So I do need to get a podium finish here to make sure that we do get that Drivers' Championship, just for their sake. And it would certainly be nice to be 1 and 2 in that mix. It is possible. It's going to be close. Alright, so there's that ERS. I'll use the ERS here on the front stretch. And then I'm going to slowly start to line things up a bit and go a little faster. We are now comfortably running. Let's see, we've got more ERS. We'll use yours again here on the backstretch. And here comes Gil catching up on Arendt a bit. Boshang has entered the pits, so we move up to 2nd and 3rd. Bursack is definitely going to have to pit a lot sooner. Bursack is the only car left to have made just 1 stop. Boshang is their 3rd. Lots of cars stopping now. Bursack still has yet to stop again, though. Bursack's got a chance to make this a 2-stop race. Bursack's in the pits now. I inherit the lead yet again. Bursack. Where did they go? Where did they go? Okay, Bursack did come out on the soft tires. So Bursack is going to try to go the distance. Got 1 more lap around. Make that happen myself. That'll get us just to the end of the race. Okay, 10-second stop, that should be good. As for the wear and tear on the car, it looks like we will make it the distance. Meanwhile, Gil's in a little bit better shape in terms of that tire wear. Alright, Arendt in for the final pit stop of the season. Here goes Gil. 9-second stop, that little bit faster. Engine's down to 40%, but that should make it. Whoa, safety car leaving the garage. Can Gil inherit the lead? He's back out. And in first place. Oh no. Oh no, I just saw why the safety car came out. A car crashed. My car. Arendt has crashed head first into the wall. That's not good. Oh man. So Arendt is out of this race. And it's up to Gil. Gil has the lead. Want to keep a little bit of heat in these tires. Oh, no, no, no. No, 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 no. Oh, man. Okay. We're going to have a situation on our hands. This is going to be an interesting finish to this race. We've got some rain coming. The last few laps, it's going to be a bit damp. Bursak's on softs. Boshung and Johnson are both on intermediates. They're going to lose a lot of time in the next couple laps. But how much? And then I'm going to start losing time. Here comes the rain. Well, at least I have the engine mode. Or do I? I do. Tires are going to stay solid for now. It's going to be really hard to keep heat in them now. ERS is loading up a bit, but so is everybody else's. Got a little bit of a buffer with Martin. Alright, ERS helps right away, but Bursak's already right on our tail. Bursak's having some issues. I now have plenty of fuel to go the distance. Should be able to stay in this mode unless issues come. You want to come in for inters? Not yet. Oh, he runs wide! He runs wide! And the lead is gone. Five laps remaining. We might end up having to pit. We might not have a choice here. And we got the lead back. Used that ERS just at that right time. We're back into the lead. But can we go like this? Probably not. Let's back off a little bit. That's probably why we ran wide. That's all the ERS we've got. Boshung is up to second. Now first. Lead's gone. Those on the intermediates now have more pace than we do. And we're going to start sliding back through this field. We're already off the podium. Some of the cars are stopping. But if we stop now, we're going to be all the way back in the back of the pack. But I'm sliding back through the back of the pack anyway. I have no choice. There's still 3 laps to go. Intermediates it is. Absolutely no choice. I have the fuel to get to the end. The engine's hurting too. We need to back off there. 8th and sliding backwards fast. Boy, this race quickly went from good to bad and bad to worse. All the way back to 14th. Now 15th. 16th. We come back out of the pits in 16th place. With 3 laps to go, I can go full gas. Except on the engine mode. Alright, well, we are cruising to the Constructors' Championship, but it looks like the Drivers' Championship is now at a loss. Gill all the way back to 16th with just a couple laps to go. We might pick up a position or two, but that's going to be about it. Oh, we get caught up on somebody else's wide turn there. That hurts. Final lap, 15th now. We are catching up to those few cars that didn't pit when we did. th place, 12th place, 12th. 12th on the grid. That was the first time all season that we didn't finish on the podium. Bursack dropped to 9th. They never pit, and they were holding on a little bit better than we were. Errant last place with the crash. Means I think the championship is going to go to Johnson. Johnson finished second, so definitely. Boshung first. Crazy finish to the season. All I really cared about was that Constructors, but it would have been nice. Billy Johnson gets the fastest lap bonus. Oh, and it's double points. Double points for the end of the season. Oh my gosh. Did I win the championship or not? You've got to be kidding me. Errant, you are totally going to be out of a job regardless. And so is Gill, really, because I can get better drivers than both of them. I picked up 20 points. I forgot it was the last race of the season. There's 20 points gone right there. I think I had enough. I think I had a 60-point edge. I forgot that it's double points on the last race. Yeah, Gill long gone from the championship all the way down to third. Errant drops to 5th. So Billy Johnson wins the Drivers' Championship. I think I've got it still. I do. Okay. Whew. Scary moment. Scary. Very scary moment. Alright. One bad race, and it's on the double points day. We hang on, though. 305 points. 305. Not the finish to the season we wanted. But Rapax actually moves up to second ahead of Prema, who had, I think they had the win on the day. Or was that Campos? Look how tight it ended up being, though. Just hang on for that Constructors' Championship. Not too many points to spare, especially on that double points day. Especially with what we lost with that crash by Aaron, with my mistake on not checking the weather. Everybody else changed. Aaron's an okay driver. She is. She might be worth hanging on to, but I worry. She's still improving a little bit, though. She's only about 57%, and I know I can find better. 57% being her marketability. If Gill was the 57%, and Errant was the 80-something. I would keep Errant and replace Gill. Alright, meanwhile, this is also the final race of the season at the Formula 1 level. Max Verstappen gets the win. Leclerc is second. Verstappen ends up winning the Drivers' Championship there, but the Mercedes team, Russell and Leclerc, go second and third, and Sergio Perez was far enough back in fifth that I think Mercedes hang on. They do by 6 points over Red Bull. Wow, look at that, 500 points each. Ferrari a distant third, and then Force India well back from there. McLaren fifth, Renault, Williams, Toro Rosso, and Sauber are the top 9. Only 3 points earned all season for the equipped team. Fukuzumi. No. Tench. It's Tench. Tench got 12th in this race. That had to have been the last race because they were actually at 0. Gomez was 14th in that race, but no points earned on the whole season. And here in the final race, for the category that I'm about to move up to, I'm a little nervous about moving up because only the top 6 teams earn points. That is a difficult scoring system, and when you are at the bottom and fighting, around that bottom 10, you got to crack the top 10 at some point to earn points. And I'm not sure if the team's quite capable of that yet, especially the car. Fuoku had a really bad end to the season, but managing a 3rd place in the final race was just enough to move back into the points lead. Fuoku had a huge lead for a long time. Down the stretch, the Haas team did a really good job and closed the gap, but end up 4 points shy of Prima. Van Amersfoort is heading back down, and that's who we're going to be replacing. It only takes a few points to get off the bottom in that tight contest for who's at the bottom. But without a Drivers' Championship, in fact only 3rd place, we get the Constructors through the consistency of both drivers. Rapax had the best car, but Paragon was only 11th. Campos had one great driver, but one struggling driver. They had the 2nd best car. Prima had the 3rd best car. Bursack was often at the front, really good driver. But, again, 2nd driver. Price, all the way down in 8th. Never factored into too many races. So, with those 3 individual drivers that did really good, Paragon was also at the front for many races. But just had a bunch of DNFs, and it was car. So it was clearly a 2nd car on the team, though the driver was good enough. I got the job done by having both cars competitive throughout the year. There it is, Drivers' Championship. 5th and 3rd in points. Just a couple episodes ago, that was known as the GP3 category, but I had to drop the key part of the mod that caused a couple of videos to get banned due to a certain organization's logo appearing in between races. And there you have it. Right, I'm going to be working on getting set up for the next season. We're going to find out what those rules are. What was the secret? Well, the secret, that's congratulations on winning the title. The secret was 2 cars, so let's see. You can't pinpoint any one thing or person. The entire team did superbly well. That might be 2 great drivers. Yeah. Great mechanics. It's all down to me. Let's face it, I'm a great manager and I deserve the acclaim. I'm not that arrogant. I'll go with the entire team. Okay, pit crew review. Roshan wins. Decent driver. Not decent enough. I'm not worried about the pit crew yet because they're going to be all recovered for next year. But let's see if there's any new ones to hire. Like, this guy is pretty good, but stamina's not high enough. And they're all going to be passed on. The tires here are nice. So is the stamina. But not the fixing. You might be good as a front tire man. Not enough, though. Not enough. Okay. Current pit crew, not worried about that until I get to the start of the season. All of them still have contracts that'll carry over into next year. And I literally have the final 2 drivers on the list being scouted right now. For the car... Yeah, take a look at it in 24 hours here. There we go. For the car, I should probably have these fit to the car, shouldn't I? I have 2 new engines that have risk. But I'm not worried about it because it's the end of the season, and that's why I put on these better parts. Those parts carry over, the risk goes away. I've done the same thing with gearbox. I've got 1 engine totally done. The other one is being improved upon right now. And then I have 1 gearbox totally done. I have 1 good one here as well that's better than what I have on the cars, but I couldn't get that next one unless I end up with some additional time here. So let's go in and fit some parts, and we're going to put these puppies on. Make the car that much faster. .544, 519. There we go. For now, anyway. Estimated race position is now first. Okay. Contracts running down. I have a number. Both drivers and my lead designer. And I know I could find better. So I'm going to let them go. Moving up to a higher racing series. One month until those contracts expire. Okay, prize money. We're at right about 30 million right now. We're picking up close to 14. Manager of the season. Awesome. I got manager of the season. Driver of the season. Boshan. Yeah, it can't be mine after that finish. That was terrible. Well, hey, the car's up to third now with those parts being put on. Promotion opportunity. Wow, really? It's an opportunity? Congratulations on winning the title. Now it's time for the big question. Would you like to make the step up to the Asia Pacific Super Cup? If you accept promotion, our technical experts shall brief your mechanics on the current regulations, and you can expect your car to be upgraded to a somewhat competitive level. What do you say? The land of milk and honey awaits. We accept. It's what I've been working for a long time. Alright, 2021 rules now active in Asia Pacific Series or Super Cup. This may, of course, change some of the ways in which you run your team. Rule changes for this year. The addition of the Phoenix Grand Prix medium length practice sessions. So that'll be different than what I've been used to. 40 mile an hour pit lane speed limit. That's pretty low. 9 dry tire choices. Promotions, relegations. Prima have been promoted to F1. Equip is relegated. I've been promoted. And Van Amersfoort is relegated. Alright, let's see, what do we have here? Okay, teams are already starting to teams have already started. There you go. There's the new crop of young drivers. Let's start with the ones that do not have a job yet. Neither one of them look any good. Okay, I have one opening. I'm up over 80% now, which I like. Get to this preseason start here. There we go. Let's see, this flash of logo was my issue before. Car design. Now, I'm gonna have some big questions though on where we're at. Okay, so we have already been reclassified to Asia Pacific, which means now I have the opportunity to start looking for new drivers, new mechanic, and see where we fit. I've got an excellent pit crew. My staff is good for this level, and my drivers actually aren't that bad, surprisingly. So there's a chance that I'll keep Arendt as a number 2 driver. Gill's got to be replaced, though. My headquarters are hurting. They weren't that great in the first place. At least my car is not the worst. So I'm at least starting with the 9th best car on the grid, which means I've caught up and passed Trident, who won the championship, what, a year ago? Russian time was a few years ago, while Van Amersfoort was the year in between, something like that, something along those lines. I think Gil would be the one to go, just that Gil doesn't have the consistency or the cornering. Here it doesn't have the smoothness, but otherwise has some good qualities and it's still improving. And I have an opening on sponsorship, so that should boost that up. And that's already third. Haas is way ahead of everyone, though. Yeah, finances is an important one. What am I sitting at right now? I've got the high budget that helps with the car each year. And it looks like the translation from the last series to this series is okay financially. I've taken care of things well enough that it looks like the cost per race is set. Or at least hopefully. I'm not going to see this recalculated after the preseason's over. There's actually a good chance that it will. But of course I can drop the next year's car down. That'll save a few million. Not spending as much on car parts. Obviously you can save 25 million. Just trying to survive the series in the first year. We'll see. Sponsorship money, such a difference. So I've got to make sure I keep that up. Alright, well, I am out of time, so there's that first glance at where we are. Why don't I, before I get into that, at least give you one thing. Let's do the car design. I will try to keep up on it. So there's my 10 million for the coming year. There we go. I have 53 million to spend right now, which is awesome. Looks like rear package, nose height are both locked in. Yikes, that's expensive. That is the engine supplier, though. This would be Ferrari. Best on improvability is this Shimizu. Okay. Fuel supplier improvability would go to the Norex. I want the improvability because we're not going to be competitive this year. It's about getting in through the next year. Yikes, that's expensive. This might be a good place to save money. Tire wear and heating being awful for a year. And brake supplier, same thing. Save a bunch of money. Okay. That'll cost us 16 million. So, we're not making the car good, but we've got very high improvability. Whoa, wait. Okay. That's all the time I have for this episode. I'm Decathlon Gamer, and remember, I'm aiming for the best of the best. So if you're ready to join me on my journey, hit subscribe, and tune in next time on my road to the record. Bye for now.